Don't know
this
anything about
one,
it. Just popped up.
Until you sent me the news article, I had never heard of it.
No, like I said, it's been a slow news week, so
Yeah.
maybe that's not a bad thing because these wouldn't have come across this. But Brute 1976, upcoming horror movie pays tribute to the Chainsaw Massacre and Hills Have Eyes. One, I'm like, yeah. The other, I'm like, boo.
You know, man, honestly, I like both franchises. I mean, obviously there's one that's superior, but you know, they have their pluses and minuses.
Well, the plus minus of the Hills Have Eyes is there's only two of them, and yeah, I've never got this.
No,
That's the second one in
there's like
particular.
3,
There's
4. Yeah, because you got the original, you got the remake.
Oh, sorry,
you
yeah,
got
the
sequel.
original, yeah.
Yeah, so there's a few of them. But
well, 2 was enough for me. I reviewed 2 of them. The second one was painful.
Yeah.
And someone proper, someone had to go. Well, it wasn't really had to go because I had a bit of back and forth. It was all good in the end, but someone had to go with me. My review of The Hills Have Eyes too, because I was slagging off the bunch of recruits for their military tactics and the whole setup, which is just ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
And that because it just took you out of reality. If you know anything about military maneuvers and recruit training, that would never happen.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you know what I mean. That's my focus because that's obviously what I knew about. And somebody took exception to why are you focusing on it? Like because it completely ruins the whole concept of the movie, why they're there, what they're doing, and blah blah blah. I think it would have been better with a smaller cast, like a crack unit that are good out hunting, you know, these things. But
well, and it would make more sense anyways. Like, why would you devote a bunch of resources and men to a small threat?
Yeah, it was just so convoluted and strange, and they were trying to do something, but something else came in out instead, and it was just like, yeah, nothing. But anyway, views on the channel, check it out if you are interested. I'm not anymore. But yeah, this one could be good. So Marcel Waltz, Blood Feast, and That's a Wrap. His channel inspired a 1970s classic with this next horror movie, Brute 1976. And Deadline brings us details on a first look this morning. That's one thing I've noticed about Bloody Disgusting. Particular John Squires, this guy, he's a chief editor. They filter a lot of stuff from Deadline because if you read Deadline, it's painful because all the pop culture stuff is just the amount of guff on the site. So thanks to Bloody Disgusting, they take out all the horror tidbits,
right?
Without having
like,
to actually engage with Hollywood people.
Like I'm always on the fence with how I feel about it because it's like on one hand, exactly what you said, it filters out all the shit that we don't give a fuck about, and we just get the stuff that we do. But at the same time, it's like, man, what kind of fucking journalist just goes and steals other people's articles and calls it theirs? You fucking twat.
But that's the culture today,
right? And it's
that is the culture. But then again, me doing a video reading out this article.
Hey,
well, at least I share the link to the original article, right? You can.
Yeah. Well, and you're fucking looking at it on the screen.
Yeah.
It's not like you're stealing it and calling it yours.
Yeah. Some of the articles and but Bloody Disgusting is the best one because a lot of the horror news site, and I use the term loosely, news is crap.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's a disservice to the franchise because if there was a better chain, I think, of like media news and just letting people know about movies, horror would be doing a lot better with very little cost. Because trying to get just an idea, okay, what's coming out next year? It's bloody hard. You have to go digging. Even websites, I guess, you know, it's third-hand information. But anyway, Deadline details. Brute 1976 will begin the story of Raquel and her girlfriend, whose car breaks down in the middle of nowhere as they travel to a photo shoot in the desert to celebrate bicentennial unity. They stumble. This is where it gets a bit of a head scratcher in terms of plot. They stumble across an abandoned mine and explore it. So they obviously don't have it. If they're going to a photo shoot, they're not in the time scale. They can just stop off at mines. While the photo shoot group replace her with makeup artist Sunshine. So is that the place that we're meant to go to?
Yeah. it
I'm
is
scratching.
definitely
This is where
laid out kind of weird.
yeah, and then find abandoned town savage. Well, there's a plume for a start. You see a town called Savage, in the middle of nowhere, and you see the tumbleweeds. Drive on.
Yeah, I mean everybody knows that.
Yeah, come on, that's basics. um, which has a violent history, but is a perfect place to take some photos. So they're going to a photo shoot that's specifically planned for an event. But then they're like, oh, let's go here instead. Squirrels. Right. And oh, here's somewhere better than the place we're going to. And everyone
Right.
just stops. I'm not getting it. Maybe it'll come across better in film.
I'm sure it will. Because I mean it's Joe Netter writing it. And honestly, I'm a pretty big fan of him. Like I dig his shit, so it could be
And
fun.
then the cast includes Adriana McLean, Miracles of Christmas, no idea.
Nope.
Sarah French, blind, no idea.
Okay.
Gigi Gustin,
So it's not just me looking at these names
Alligators,
going like, who?
no idea. Dazelle Levette, Garden of Eden, no idea.
Yeah.
Adam Pucci, NCIS, Los Angeles, no idea.
Yep. It's all it's like the name I recognize is Joe Netter, and that's about it.
Yeah. I've always been a huge fan of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Hills Have Eyes, both the originals and remakes, says Waltz. Brute 1976 was an amazing experience to shoot it. It was hot, it was dirty, and it was bloody. I'm sure the audience will feel that on screen. Brute is our love letter to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which I consider to be the greatest horror film of all time, said Netter. Shooting in the desert provided many challenges, but our cast and crew really delivered something special. Is this going to be like a porn movie? It's basically, okay, there's going to be some active stuff, right? Let's get the kills. It sounds like they're just it's going to be a slasher. So it's basically, here's some acting stuff till we get to the fun parts.
Yeah, I mean that would be my takeaway.